Audiobook Fernand and the Castle of the Magic Egg. An historical novel. Chapter1 The Mystery of Giraldina. And you drunk all the islands of infidel blood with some of yours. Letter of the Queen Maria de Aragon. Tarento was in 1438 the greatest port of the Ionian Sea, with its cottonwood galleons moored with thick ropes to the shore and arranged for the men who paid for the whole known world, besides being a forced stop to forge weapons of war. That I knew it very well from a young age. My family, of the lineage that was here since the days when the Spartan Greeks stepped on this beach, and now belonged to a mixture of lineages from northern Italy, established itself as a royal and noble caste of ladies and gentlemen who fixed their future against that arid gulf. All these things I would remember, never to forget. One summer morning when I was 15 years old, when I was returning from a sea walk, Greta, the servant of the royal house, told me that my mother Giraldina de Cardlino was prostrate and ill. In his room she urged my presence. Instantly I laid the baskets of fish on the ground and ran with all my strength to his pale linen bed surrounded by translucent curtains that thundered with the masterly whines that came from her window. I ran the veil, finally recovering the breath that I thought my mother would have already lost. But I felt relieved that she was breathing asleep, holding a small closed chest in her hands. Be wide heaven, Mother, what happens to you? I said, sitting on the edge of the cold bed that comforted her. While she awake and tell me what distresses you. Fernand, my son, you're back, said my weak mother in a trembling voice. His appearance indicated it enough, while the servant Greta interrupted us slowly to change the used water of her jar. How is it that you have become so ill in my absence? I regret having left without your knowledge. Dear son, I have not called you to reprimand you, but I want to confess a mystery today. The maid finished her work in the room and retired at that moment, while I began to tremble to finally imagine what that day would finally have to accept for the rest of my days. I want you to open this little box, Ferrante, and see what's inside, she said, extending her hand towards me with the precious object carved in metal. When I took the chest, I noticed that it was sealed with a real shield of some foreign kingdom, which in Latin letters invoked the very high name of a man. Dragon, is this the name of some kingdom, Mother? That's right, Ferrante. Aragon is the name of your father's kingdom. Your father was not a captain of any galleon. He was an adventurous conqueror of a domain located to the west of Taranto, nor was he from Apulia. He continues saying, while I discovered a pair of gold coins fused in the bottom of the chest. Yes, Alfonso came to take the dukedom of Calabria with his ships in the Gulf, in a hot summer of 1423, but also with the ambitious purpose of taking this colony as his possession, including me. His men threatened us with goodwill to yield to their requests in exchange for gifts of provisions from his prosperous kingdom, and my family chose me to deliver me at the concubine of that brave sailor who swore on his dreaded loss that would travel all over the empire kingdom and reclaim the domain for his crown. I believe what you confessed to me, Mother, but is it necessary to know now? And what you have told me? It is necessary that you know it now without further delay, and that you use those coins so that you sail soon to Naples. There you will have to present yourself as the son of Alfonso de Aragon and claim as your inheritance your real title, she said while complaining her interest in her benefit with her. Now you can find the book at Amazon.com and details in our shop stores page.